repeats us 7:26, 7-8 minutes. So please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Please chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. We can stop here if that's okay. If that is okay. From next time, I was just thinking we will chant one round of the Hare Krishna mantra with Srila Prabhupada. So we'll put it over here. एक राउंड करने में 7.5 मिनट लगता है. So we'll all chant together with Prabhupada. Every day in the morning from 4:30 to 6:30 we chant and we chant with Prabhupada. So we'll start to do that from next time. Rudra, can you set it up better? Prabhupada ka chanting and if we can set it up next time.
We did it last time, but it was echoing.
Yeah, it was echoing and there was some issue with the speaker. Yeah, if you can help us out. All right, let's begin. Okay. As usual, we'll offer a prayer together. I'll put the prayer over here on the screen. So if I can request everybody to chant the prayers together, we'll all pray together. Okay? Om Agyana Tirimrandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chashkur Ulmintena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadanti Swapadantikam. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Itanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirveshesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarani Mukham Karoti Vachanam Pangam Langate Girim Yat Kripataham Am Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Louder. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So once again, thank you all for coming. Before we start, I request everybody as follow the footsteps of Sapan Prabhu and Neha Mataji. If everybody come, थोड़ा आगे आ जाइए. There's a lot of place over here if someone wants to come ahead. The kids can go to the kids classes if they have to. Alright, shall we begin? So coming to Bhakti Vriksha, week after week, month after month, is going to a science class. What happens in the science class? There are two aspects. What are the two aspects in science class? One is a theory and one is practical. So after some theory, there's some practical, and after some practical, there's again a theory. Similarly, coming to Bhakti Vriksha week after week, month after month is like coming to a science class. And Bhagavad Gita is a science. It is just not philosophy. Bhagavad Gita is just not religion, but it is science. And today we will understand why it is science. But as I mentioned, Bhagavad Gita has two parts, theory and practical. So we have been hearing theory. In practical life, how did you implement anything if you have implemented in the last week? Has there been any changes, any spiritual realization which you would like to share? कुछ अपने जीवन में कुछ बदलाव किया है practically? Yes, Nidhi Madani, please. हाँ जी.
And then last 3 weeks समझ नहीं आ रहा सब हो क्या रहा है, ठीक ही नहीं हो रहा, कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Then म्यूजिक कुछ और चल रहा था लेकिन गाने सिर्फ एक ही धुन बज रही थी, हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा.
जय.
So I was thinking क्या हो रहा है, कुछ और चल रहा है, हरे कृष्णा क्यों सुनाई दे रहा है. And then there was no relation with the patient, and then like उसको कुछ आता हो वो बोल रहा हो, but फिर भी सुनाई वही दे रहा था, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे. So that's the change, like.
So nice. This is mercy. This is blessings of Krishna. भगवान का नाम सुनना और भगवान का नाम लेना, it is a mercy. Not everybody does it and can do it. So thank you, Mata. Anybody else? Yes, Kumar and Prabhu, thank you.
One of the realizations from a couple of weeks back was you say that Jaisa An Vaisa Man.
Yes.
So starting to realize that if I'm eating things which are not fresh, which are packaged, I can feel the change in my mood and change in consciousness. So I can feel that.
Yes. तो अन्न वैसा मन अगर भगवान को ऑफर करके खाओगे तो प्रसाद होगा. And the consciousness of prasadam is completely different to food which is not offered to Krishna. Do we all agree when you have prasadam, कहीं भी खाओ प्रसादम, कौन से भी मंदिर में, it is completely different and it impacts your consciousness. Thank you, Kumar. Anybody else?
Just at work, I was asked to organize an activity for my corporate services team. So I played the game that you made us play at the picnic about glorifying, the devotees of the God and how that links in with Krishna.
Yes.
So I played that game with my whole team and I asked them to glorify the person that was sitting next to them. And the team building and the positivity from that and giving a reference to Bhagavad Gita and Krishna was just amazing.
Jai, please give a round of applause to Neha Mage. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Glorifying people in our life is showing gratitude towards Krishna. Gratitude is the mother of all qualities. Gratitude is the mother of all qualities. And when we glorify others, we are showing gratitude towards them. It is a wonderful quality. And we don't do this many times between husband and wife, between kids. We take a family for granted. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, no? And we should have gratitudes towards our family, towards parents, towards spouse, towards kids, towards everybody, so to say. Thank you, Neha. So nice. Anybody else? Yes.
प्रभु जी पहले 2 वीक्स पहले मैं ऑनलाइन ज्वाइन करता था, मैं लास्ट 2 वीक से मैं ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहा क्योंकि कुछ रीजंस घर में तो पर मुझे होता था कि यार नहीं मैंने कुछ मिस करा दिन में। तो जब मेरा कॉलेज शुरू हुआ तो मैं ट्रेन में जाता हूँ क्योंकि जाने में वहाँ लगता है, आने में वहाँ लगता है। तो तब मैं अपना साथ में अपना लेके जाता हूँ और ट्रेन में करता हूँ। तो तब थोड़ा लगता है कि हाँ भी कुछ मिस नहीं करा, पर मेरा जो मैंने सोचा हुआ है वो मैं कर रहा हूँ और जो मुझे मिल रहा है वो ऐसे मिल रहा है।
So nice. Chanting, you can chant anywhere. भगवान का नाम लेना, you can chant the name of the Lord anywhere, anytime. There's no fixed place. Like parents, would you like Sia to call you at a specific time of the day only? As parents, would you like your kids to call you in a specific time of the day only? Dilip Prabhu, your kids can only call you between 8 o'clock and 8:45 in the morning. ऐसा होता है? No. तो भगवान का नाम लेना ऐसा कोई नहीं है, कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि ब्रश करके ही ले सकते हो, नहा के ही ले सकते हो, धोती पहन के ही ले सकते हो. This is all rituals, but it is not spiritual. So we have to move from ritual to spiritual, from dharma to devotion, from transaction to transcendental. Right? So ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि ट्रेन में भगवान का नाम नहीं ले सकते, घर पे सुबह ही लेना चाहिए, रात में नहीं ले सकते. ऐसा कहीं नहीं लिखा है. 9th chapter 14th verse, Krishna says, "Satatam kirto yanto mam." Continuous लेना चाहिए. So thank you. This is such a nice thing. Yes, anybody else? Please share these things so that we can get inspiration from each other. I'm sure a lot of people are doing very good things. So आप share करिए so that we can understand and learn from each other. So that is the whole idea. Yes, Rajiv Prabhu. Yeah, I'll go first and then this.
Probably like we discussed like how we know that we are going, our realization is improving. So we discussed in one of the class that अपने विचार शुद्ध होने शुरू हो जाते हैं.
Yes.
So and I will add one more thing, like when we start progressing in the mantra japa or something, then our man also sthir रहना शुरू करेगा. Slowly it will, when you start, then at that time I was feeling like okay, it was going around everywhere, every 2 seconds. But now with when we focus, तो अभी मन भी स्थिर मतलब कि हम कर सकते हैं उसको. जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया कि मछली 8 सेकंड से ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकती. So but now with the practice we can calm our mind as well.
Yes. Thank you, Rajiv Prabhu. So Rajiv Prabhu is just sharing the effects of mantra meditation, the effects of chanting the holy name. उससे मन को शांति मिलती है, मन स्थिर रहता है. मंत्र का मीनिंग ही है मंत्र, to something deliver the mind. मंदिर का मतलब क्या है? जो मन को धीर कर सके, स्थिर कर सके. Thank you. Yes, दिलीप प्रभु.
प्रभु जी, हमने जब स्टार्ट किया था तो वी वर वंडरिंग कि ये हम कैसे कर पाएंगे. फिर हमने स्टार्ट किया बच्चों को, बच्चे मेरे 10 साल के हैं, कि हम लोग कंटिन्यू कर पाएंगे नहीं कर पाएंगे. बट इट ऑल गोइंग वेल सो फार एंड दे आर कमिंग. टुडे जो मेरी डॉटर है वो स्कूल नहीं गई, शी वाज फीलिंग सिक. बट जब हमने इवनिंग में कहा शैल वी गो, एंड शी सेड यस. So nice. And आज वो कुछ चीज़ रिपीट भी कर रही थी. She was telling me that I can repeat is that कि हमारी 3 lives होती है. So she was telling me, so she was able to recount few things which was really nice.
Yes. Jai, Jai. I can tell you one thing as a parent, and I don't know whether you can agree with this or not. The biggest satisfaction of a life, कब होता है पता है? जब अपने बच्चे भक्ति में जाते हैं, not भक्ति में. Typically parents think कि मेरा बच्चा सॉकर में जीत के आया, मेरा बच्चा स्कॉलरशिप लाया. It is all good, but I can tell you, with almost 20 years of parenting or 18 years of parenting, there is no higher satisfaction in the life when you see your son or daughter getting engaged in bhakti. ये मेरा strong conviction है, and I can vouch for this on behalf of all the parents who have seen this happening. So this is so nice, you know. I don't know anybody will vouch for this or not, but इससे कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. Yes, Sapan Prabhu, would you like to share?
No, just this is true.
There is nothing higher than this. There is nothing higher. क्योंकि आप बच्चों को कितनी बड़ी-बड़ी डिग्री दे लो, BE, MBBS, PhD, MAD. What is MAD? Mad. पागल बना लेती है दुनिया. Am I right or wrong? Yes or no? इतना serious?
Yes.
Right? BE, MBBS, PhD, MAD. Mad. पागल बनाती दुनिया. We have all done this. If you just only have this single focus, पढ़ो, पैसे बनाओ, money. But when you have this element of having a balance of Krishna consciousness in your life, and when you see your kids growing in that avenue, then you will feel इससे बड़ी कोई satisfaction नहीं है life में. But I'm sure as time evolves, you will figure out by your way. But thank you, Dilip Prabhu. Anybody else would like to share anything before we do a quick recap? No? Where's Priyanka Mataji? She's coming. Okay. All right. Achha. Anybody would like to share anything, or shall we do a quick, very quick recap? No? All right. Last time किसने recap किया था? Prabhuji's ने. Thank you. We'll start with Mataji's. Thank you. नहीं, correct है. आपको फंसाया नहीं है.
नहीं, I did the last week.
Yes.
Sorry, last time Mataji's recap था. This time Prabhuji ने लिखा हुआ है Mata. Right. This time Prabhu, you started. Yes. Mataji's खाना खिला दिया. Okay. 1 point from the last class. All Prabhuji, it should not take more than 4 minutes. 4 minutes rapid fire recap. 1 point.
We discussed acronym of second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It is Gita itself.
Okay.
So G stands for Guru, I stands for identity, T stands for two duties, and A stands for Atmaram.
Okay. What are the two duties? Who would like to say from Prabhuji's? Wait. Yes. Swadharma and Sanatana Dharma. Who would like to say what is Swadharma? What is the meaning of Swadharma?
Material.
Yes, material duties, Swadharma, looking after body. And Sanatana Dharma means? Spiritual. So everybody has two dharmas, Swadharma and Sanatana Dharma. Thank you. Pradeep Prabhu, fast. Hare Krishna. Karthik.
The three principles of happiness is everything belongs to Krishna, everything is used for Krishna, and Krishna can take anything at any time.
Jai, Karthik ki jai. Very nice. Alright, Raji Prabhu, 1 point. ये क्या शेयर कर रहे हो? Okay. मेरा तो बुक्स खुद के बुक्स होने चाहिए.
इसको बोला कि हर पॉइंट लिखा है इसको.
Okay, चलो.
I will say 4 types of fortune in life.
Yes.
Anyone who gets to worship Krishna,
Mm-hmm.
and a person who gets guidance from devotee,
Mm-hmm.
a person who gets to hear Hari Katha,
Mm-hmm.
anyone who keeps repeating Hari Katha again and again.
Who is fortunate to repeat hearing Hari Katha again and again. Thank you. Sapal Prabhu. सब पॉइंट ले लिए ये लोगों ने. गोयल फैमिली ने पूरा खा गया.
I think the other thing I remember was Arjun asked 17 questions.
17 questions were asked by Arjun. Okay, next. Chinmay Prabhu.
There were four learnings from Guru.
Yes.
The first is we are part of Krishna,
Mm-hmm.
and second is we are entirely dependent on Krishna. Third is you cannot do anything without Krishna's mercy, and fourth is Krishna is the doer.
Krishna can do anything.
Yeah.
Rudra, would you like to say something?
One of the most important things you have to determine in life is your duty.
Understand your duty. Apna dharma kya hai? And Arjun at the moment in Bhagavad Gita is confused. He's bewildered. And he's saying, I don't know what my duty is. Rankesh Prabhu, I know you are away, but you can say anything from the previous class. Doesn't matter. Hare Krishna. Chalo, okay. Prabhu.
Arjuna is surrendering to Krishna and asking two main big questions like, what is my duty during my eternal life and what is my duty after death?
Jai. So now Arjun has surrendered and is accepting Krishna as his spiritual master. Thank you. Rajiv Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Vaikuntha is the place where there is no anxiety.
Yes.
And Kunta is the place where all the other dharmas are.
So we understood the difference between Vaikunta and Kunta. Vaikunta means a place where there is no anxiety. And Kunta means full of anxiety. And we see over here, we have constant anxieties in life. Thank you. Vikram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, you spoke about the example of Narada, valuing true devotees, being in association with devotees.
Yes.
Where Narad took the person, sinful person to Yamaraj.
Yes.
Yamaraj went to Lord Ganesh.
Yes.
Lord Ganesh went to his father, Lord Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord Shiva took him to Lord Vishnu.
Vishnu. So similarly, when we are in devotees association, miracle will happen to our life. Thank you. Sorry, Prabhu, I know you were not there. Anything would you like to share from the previous class? Kuch bolo? Hare Krishna. Dilip Prabhu. And then Aryan.
There are three types of life that we have. One is the public life, and I changed the word there. Second is the family life, and third is the personal life.
Jai. Public life, private life, and secret life.
Oh, secret.
Secret life. Okay, Aryan.
There's a 4-digit password which can help us get to Krishna, which is Shastra, like SAVN.
Okay.
Shastra, Astra, Vastra, and Mantra.
Jai. We discussed this in the previous. Shastras, Vastra, Astra, and Mantra. 4 things, 4 pillars of a life. Siddhant, I know you said something.
That's okay.
Okay.
There's 2 types of association in spiritual life. There's social bhakti, which is going to function in jumping from program to program.
Very good, beta. Yes.
Not being consistent, and spiritual bhakti, which is building a relationship with the deities.
Jai, please give a round of applause to them. Very good. So we discussed there are 2 types of bhakti. Social bhakti and spiritual bhakti. Social bhakti क्या होता है? I'm fit today. I'm available today. I'll go to Bandir. I'm fit today. आज कुछ नहीं है शाम में. I'll go and attend a class. But spiritual bhakti is a bhakti. No matter whatever happens, I will go. If I have to die, I will die at 9 o'clock on Friday. I work as a contractor in Kumaran Prabhu. I don't know about others. In contractor, हम लोग का क्या होता है? Day rate होता है. So if I go to work, I get paid. If I don't go to work, I don't get paid. तो हम लोग we say to ourselves, मौत आएगी ना तो Friday 5 बजे आनी चाहिए. पूरा दिन का बिल होना चाहिए ना. तो we say to ourselves, if I have to die, we'll die after 5 o'clock on Friday evening. क्योंकि आज का बिलिंग होना चाहिए. गुजराती है, ऐसा थोड़े पैसे जाने देंगे. Similarly, a devotee ऐसा होना चाहिए कि मौत आएगी तो मंदिर के बाहर आएगी. मौत आएगी तो भक्ति भिक्षा क्लास अटेंड करके आनी चाहिए. मौत आनी है. I will not miss and I will not allow my family to miss. Typically what we do, we compromise. If anything goes wrong, you know what first thing we compromise? On Krishna. तबीयत ठीक नहीं है तो लेट उठेंगे लेकिन काम पे जाऊंगा. Because काम से पैसे मिलते हैं. तबीयत ठीक नहीं है साधना में कॉम्प्रोमाइज. तबीयत ठीक नहीं है फैमिली में कुछ भी आगे पीछे हो गया तो फर्स्ट कॉम्प्रोमाइज हम किस पे करते हैं?
भक्ति में.
भक्ति में. Yes or no? Please be honest to yourself. The first compromise happens in bhakti. This is social bhakti. Time pass वाले बोलते हैं हम लोग. And then this is a second category, spiritual bhakti. कुछ भी हो जाए अभी का बाकी का जीवन मैं समझने में और उतारने में लगाऊंगा. This is spiritual bhakti. Thank you, Siddhant. Very, very good points. Aryan? Hare Krishna. Chalo. Who else? Manoj Prabhu?
A true devotee keeps Krishna in the center of everything.
Yes.
A non-devotee thinks I am the center of everything.
Very good. True devotee keeps Krishna in the center of everything, and a non-devotee keeps myself in the center of everything. So this is the difference between isolation and integration. Isolation का क्या मतलब है? मैं अपना जीवन खुद जीता हूँ. And integration का मतलब है I will integrate my life, my family, my job, my career, my health, my everything, keeping Krishna in the center. Yat kurosi, yat asnasi, yat juhosi, tadasi, yat tapasya se tu kaunteya mat kuruna arpana. 9th chapter, 27th verse, Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, do it for me alone. Offer it to me. Mat arpana. Thank you, Manish Prabhu. Yes. Yes, Rajesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. What is the importance of Guru in your life?
Is it a question or is it a comment?
I'm giving the statement.
Okay.
So importance, you can't reach Krishna, you can't get Krishna without the guidance of Guru.
Jai. You cannot reach Krishna without Guru. 4th chapter, 34th verse. Tad vidhi paripatena paripreshnaya sevaya upadakshanti te jnanam jnana dasha tattvaha. Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita himself. Without Guru, you cannot go anywhere. And we all have Gurus. Our parents are our Guru. School जाते हैं हमारे teachers हमारे Guru हैं. Driving instructor जो गाड़ी सिखाता, he's a Guru. We need Guru for everything. We accept it or we reject it. But we have Guru for everything. Shah Rukh Khan has his Guru as Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan has Guru as Dilip Kumar. Everybody has their own Guru in some form or another. Who is our Guru and who do we look up to every day? It is very important. In the interest of time, it's 7:45 for devotees or Prabhus who couldn't do recap. That's fine. We'll stop over here. Anybody would like to add anything else before we start today's discussion? Is the recap helping everybody to reconcile? 2 दिन पहले खाने में क्या खाया था याद नहीं रहता. Am I right? If someone asks me कि बने से रात में खाने में क्या खाया था याद नहीं होता. But if we don't recap, then we will not understand कि हो क्या रहा है. We'll just come and go. Right? So recap is a seed. I'll tell you a story. Once there was a guy who was just driving past and he saw 2 people. One person was digging, matti nikal raha tha, and second person was putting that mud back into the pit hole where he was digging. तो क्या हुआ? एक बंदा डिग कर रहा है और दूसरा बंदा मट्टी डाल रहा है. बाकी वापस डिग कर रहा है, वापस मट्टी डाल रहा है. And this guy, when he went in the morning, he saw this guys doing digging and putting mud, digging and putting mud. When in the evening, when he was coming back, he was curious that the same guy is digging and the same guy is putting the mud back. And he was so curious, he asked, "Okay, Prabhuji, why are you digging and putting the mud back? What are you trying to achieve?" He said, the third person who is supposed to put the seed, he's on a sick leave. Right? तो अपने जीवन में भी ऐसा होता है. हम आ रहे हैं और जा रहे हैं. आ रहे हैं और जा रहे हैं. That can be in the temple, that can be in any program, that can be in any satsang. What is the seed? The seed is application of Bhagavad Gita. नहीं तो क्या होगा? हम डिग कर रहे हैं और मट्टी डाल रहे हैं. डिग कर रहे हैं और मट्टी डाल रहे हैं. बट आगे प्रोग्रेस नहीं हो रहा है. The progress in bhakti is depending upon, as Raji Prabhu mentioned, the thoughts, the actions which we take in our life. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Loudly. Yes. So, if we are not putting the seed, and that seed is chanting the holy name, that seed is keeping Krishna in the center of our life. Okay. Let's read today's. As usual, we'll do one verse of Namamrita, and then we will jump into Bhagavad Gita. Where's Usha Mataji? I saw her. Oh, okay. Kids, Jai Krish. You can read. Kids should always be in the front. Alright, who would like to read today? Alicia, would you like to read today? Where's the mic? Is there a second mic? Not working. Okay. Just read.
This work of mine is called Durga.
Chanting of
The chanting of the holy name.
यहाँ से पढ़ो. Shri Namamrita.
The nectar of the holy name. Page 127. The chanting of the holy name is the holy remedy for setting the world aright. This work of mine is called Durga, which means false or bad shelter. One who puts his faith in Durga becomes a candidate for hoping against hope. In the material world, everyone is trying to become happy, and although the material attempts are but failed in every way due to their nescience, they cannot understand their mistakes. This is a way of the struggle for existence in the material world. If one in this condition is advised to take Krishna consciousness and be happy, he does not accept such instructions. This Krishna consciousness movement is being spread all over the world, just to regenerate the gross ignorance. People in the general are misled by blind leaders. The leaders of human society, the politicians, philosophers, and scientists, are blind because they are not Krishna conscious. According to Bhagavad Gita, because they are bereft of the factual knowledge due to the aesthetic way of life, they are actually sinful rascals and are the lowest among men.
Jai. Thank you. Thank you, Vishal. Good reading. So what are the important points? What does the first paragraph indicate?
Talks about Maya.
Talks about Maya, Durashraya, false or bad shelter. What are people trying to do in material life? They want to be happy, but for some reason or another that happiness is slipping. It is like when you go to a beach and when you hold the sand eventually slips off your hand. You cannot hold the beach sand for a long time. Similarly, we have, all of us wants to be happy. Why do we want to be happy?
That's the ultimate goal.
That's the nature of the soul.
That is the nature of the soul. What is the nature of the soul? Sat, Chit, Ananda. So this Anand feature of the soul is helping us, making us drive towards happiness. We are not thinking कि आज मैं खुश रहूँगा, आज मुझे दुखी नहीं रहना है. No, the default nature of the Atma is to be happy. But to pursue the happiness, we are looking it in the wrong direction. To pursue that happiness, we are looking in the wrong direction. When we seek material happiness, 4 things will happen to us. And I'll mention these 4 things and you can challenge me if this is right or wrong. Are we all ready? First thing, when we look for material happiness, we don't get it. Frustration. Yes? Yes. Second, you get the things which you're looking for, but you don't get the experience of the happiness which you were expecting. Yes or no? मैंने एक टेम्पल के क्लास में ये पॉइंट बोला था कि you are looking for the things but you don't get experience, and immediately a person raised the hand. He said, I can relate to this after marriage. Right? I said, thank you for being honest. Because क्या होता है, you're looking for some things and you get it, but you don't get that experience. This is not for you. Don't worry. ऐसा देख रहा है. Don't worry. Right?
प्रभु जी आप यंगस्टर्स को डिस्करेज कर रहे हैं.
मैं उनके सही रास्ते में बोल रहा हूँ. Align your expectations. सीखो अपने parents से. Parents should have learned from their grandparents, and grandparents should have learned from their grandparents.
We're still doing the same thing.
We are still doing the same thing. I'll come back to you, beta. Right. Third, you get it what you want. You get some good experience, but ultimately it slips out of your hand. जो चाहिए वो मिल जाता है, थोड़ी देर रहता है और temporary होता है. It is, we want eternal happiness. We don't want temporary happiness. And the fourth one, you get it. It gives you a good experience. It brings along with it some negative influences and anxiety. And when I was sharing this, you get it? You get good experience, but it brings anxiety for life. Again, someone else told me, yes, I can relate to it. When you buy properties, you get it, but you have anxiety for the rest of your life.
Even if you're
Mortgage.
even
And
if
then
you're
you have
proposed.
kids. And then second thing, he said, this is one second, once you have kids, you have anxiety for life. Yes or no? Parents can relate to this, no? Having kids is a most pleasurable anxiety.
वो डिपेंड करता है कि आप इंडिया से हो या गोरे हो
गोरे हो या काले हो, अंदर सब एक ही है प्रभु जी. It is not gora or kala. This is not gora. Everybody has these four things. So Prabhupada is writing very clearly, material happiness जितना भागोगे वो हाथ से फिसल ही जाएगा. You cannot hold it. It is like a sand on the beach. You hold it and it slips out. And then again you hold it and again it slips out. And ultimately what is going to happen? You build a castle on the sand and one tide will come and wash it away anyways. And that tide in our life is death. One small wave comes and blows away everything. One fire blows away the whole village. We are seeing what is happening in Victoria now. As we speak, yesterday, one of my colleagues at Telstra, he works as a voluntary firefighter. So he's a solution designer, so he does solutions for me. And last 2 days he didn't rock up. I said, Chris, what happened? He said, there's so much of fire, I can't afford to be at work. And he works as a volunteer firefighter. Right? So we see this happening day in, day out. So material happiness, jitna bhagoge, utna hame dur le jayega. And it's not going to give us what we actually seek. We are actually seeking happiness, but we are trying to seek that happiness in the wrong place, in the wrong direction. So somehow or another we have to take a U-turn. So why not soon? So this Krishna conscious movement, Prabhupada is writing very clearly. This Krishna conscious movement is about refuting the most intelligent soul who think from an eternal perspective. This preaching, this Krishna conscious movement is about refuting the most intelligent soul who are thinking from an eternal perspective, not from a temporary perspective. And once we recute, then the mission of Krishna consciousness is to recute, train, maintain, and sustain. This is what all we do in bhakti as a sangha. हम साथ में आते हैं, so we are recuting. After recuting, we train. सही क्या है, गलत क्या है. Correct? So this is recruitment, and then we provide training. Bharti Prabhu is a trainer, right? You at school, uni में आप train करते हो. Neelam Mataji is a teacher. So we recruit, we train, we maintain, and then we sustain together as a family. This is what the whole Krishna consciousness movement's mission is. Once I was listening to a lecture, and in that lecture, the Prabhuji mentioned so nicely, the cost of going to hell is expensive as compared to the cost of going back to Krishna. I repeat, this is very fanatic. Huh? The cost of going to hell is very expensive as compared to going back to Krishna. And the devotees were asking why. To go to hell, what do you need to do? You have to kill animals, meat eating. Right? Paap lagega. Nark mein jaoge. Kill animals, eat them. First. Second, intoxication. You have alcohol, you do things which are not recommended in the Shastras. That is a way to hell. Third, no illicit sex. Right? And no gambling. You do these 4 things, that is a royal road to hell. Very expensive. Very, very expensive. And going back to Krishna, what do you want to do? What do you have to do? Chanting, dancing, feasting, and repeating. भगवान का नाम लो, chanting, dancing. You come to the temple anytime, you see people dancing, and chanting, dancing, feasting. प्रसाद खाने में कोई दिक्कत होती है क्या? जो घर पे बनाया, भोग लगाया, खाया, that is prasad. And repeating. So what are the 4 things? Chanting, dancing, feasting, and repeating. ये करोगे तो भगवान के पास जाओगे, और ये नहीं करोगे और कुछ करोगे तो महंगा भी पड़ेगा और उसकी कीमत भी चुकानी पड़ेगी. I'm a Gujarati and I'll share a secret with you. And this I proved it. Before coming into Krishna consciousness, I was I'm still, but I'm a very money-minded guy, right? And I used to tell everybody, okay, my formula in my life was my passive income should be more than my active income. This was my formula. And this is not a spiritual class, but I'll just digress. Your passive income should be more than your active income. ये समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? All the Prabhujis, at least you understand. Mataji, I'm not disrespecting, but Mataji समझ में आ रहा है ना कि passive income आपकी जो है, that should be more than your active income. क्योंकि हमें day to day living में ज़्यादा पैसे नहीं चाहिए. We need money later down the line. I was very clear from day one. When I came to Australia, within a couple of years, I figured out, okay, this is the way. Your passive income should be much higher than your active income. And then, luckily, by Prabhupada's mercy, by devotees' mercy, I came into Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness में क्या होता है? No intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating, and no intoxication. ये 4 चीज आप बंद करो. I can write it down in a piece of paper right now. Everybody can start buying 1 investment properties every 2 years or 2.5 years. Very easy. Very, very easy. Every couple of years, you can buy an investment property. Why? Because your lifestyle will be very simple. बाहर का खाना नहीं, कॉफी वॉफी पीनी नहीं, no meat, no intoxication, no gambling. ये जो खर्चा है, जीने का खर्चा बहुत कम है, बताने का खर्चा बहुत ज्यादा है. Yes or no?
Yes.
Please, yes or no? जीने का खर्चा कम है और बताने का खर्चा ज्यादा है. भक्ति में किसी को बताना ही नहीं है. क्या बताना? भक्तों के साथ रहना है. Nothing to show. You apply this logic in your life, and when you start follow these principles, I can guarantee you your saving rate will be exponentially high. You invest that money into buying properties or shares or whatever you want to do, you can be a winner. Of this there is no doubt. Of this there is no doubt. I can prove it in a pen and theoretically, and I personally practically done it. तो मैं ऐसा बोल बच्चन नहीं हूँ, मैंने किया है इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ. And this was not part of the script for today anyways. I just got digressed. एक दिल की बात आ गई. But the cost of going to hell is very high. Simple जीवन जियो. I can tell you again, I'm digressing. I used to work in NBN, Dilip Prabhu and a lot of my colleagues are over here. I used to live in Albert Park. NBN में जाता था. मैं साइकिल पे जाता था, साइकिल पे आता था. Every day. और I've got a very bad habit. I lose my wallet. वो wallet मैं कहीं पे रख देता हूँ. मुझे it's my negative habit. मैं wallet मुझे मिलता ही नहीं है कभी भी. And कई बार ना, और उस टाइम ऐसा मोबाइल पे क्रेडिट कार्ड और टच वगैरह नहीं थे वो टाइम. I'm talking 7-8 years ago, 8-9 years ago. For weeks and weeks, I would never have any money. And I used to go and come back. मुझे पैसे की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती थी. क्यों? क्योंकि सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट किया, ओजस्वी ने एक एप्पल देती थी. 10 o'clock मेरा एप्पल टाइम होता था, 12 बजे लंच होता था, 3 बजे एक फ्रूट होता था, 5 बजे दुकान बंद, साइकिल पे वापस. And this was for many years. I worked in NBN for 6.5 years. Out of that 4 years, I went in cycle. घर से साइकिल पे जाओ, साइकिल से वापस आओ. जो बीवी डब्बा देती थी वो खाता था. वो शाहरुख खान की कौन सी मूवी थी?
रब ने बना दी जोड़ी. करेक्ट, गुड बॉय. रब ने बना दी जोड़ी में शाहरुख खान का जो हाल था ना, वैसे मेरा हाल था. गुड बॉय वाला. टिफिन का डब्बा लेके जाता था और वही डब्बा खाली वापस आता था. कोई पैसे की, there is no need to spend money. We are not कंजूस. Please understand. We are not conjuice, but we want to understand where to spend a buck. Prabhupada said, use money as my blood. Use money as my blood. So for us, devotees who are following Prabhupada, we will not spend $1 नहीं 1 cent फालतू में. लेकिन जरूरत होगी तो स्पेंड करेंगे. $1 के हजारों करेंगे. क्यों नहीं करेंगे? भगवान के लिए है, भगवान के काम में करेंगे. तो we should be very, very wise. So the cost of going to hell is far higher than cost of going to heaven. But people are racing towards hell and rather than going towards back to God. Is this making sense? Any questions on what we have discussed? Yes, financial questions? Yes.
You talk about the materialistic people do it to be happy. Of course they do it to be happy, but don't they also do it mainly to have more security and to have more freedom? It's like, it's not even just the materialistic things. They might genuinely just want to be able to look after their family. Is that still bad? Investing and securing money for your family, we have to do it. Yeah. Every devotee should do it and we should not neglect it. Absolutely, it is responsibility. Everybody does. I'm an investor. I'm a core investor at heart and my mind. So I will not back off. When time comes to invest, we will invest. But we will not spend one moment for anything which is not required. Moment to moment, I keep saying this, the loss of a moment is to forget Krishna, and the profit of a moment is to remember Krishna. Please repeat after me. The loss of a moment is to forget Krishna. And the profit of a moment is to remember Krishna. So, एक second की कीमत है. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. Why would we miss 1 second, 1 beat? We will not waste for anything which is not related to Krishna consciousness. Because that is our eternal wealth. So we have temporary wealth and then we have eternal wealth. As Siddharth mentioned, we have Swadharma and we have Sanatan Dharma. So we are playing dual role. Ram और श्याम, सीता और गीता. छोड़ेंगे नहीं. पैसे बनाएंगे, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पूरी करेंगे, लेकिन कृष्णा को बीच में रखेंगे. We will keep Krishna in the center and chant his holy name and take my family back to Godhead. Why would I leave them over here back? Is this making sense? Yeah. Right. Thank you.
I think you answered that.
You've answered?
You know, you're talking about investing. Isn't that going towards Maya?
No. A devotee should invest. Why would we invest? To retire early. We don't want to work till 55, 60, 65. अभी 68 करने की बात कर रहे हैं. Why would we work till then? There are 4 ashrams: Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanprastha, and Sannyas. These are 4 ashrams. First 25 years is Brahmachari ashram. Focus is on education. Second 25 years, 25 to 50, is Grahastha. पैसे बनाएंगे, स्टेबल होंगे लाइफ में, and when 50 के बाद वानप्रस्थ. 51, 52. 51 means एक 1 के तरफ जाएगा. 51, 52. So 1 means go towards forest. There are no forests nowadays, Mataji. So no matter wherever we are, we will keep Krishna in the center. 50 साल के बाद 55, 60 तक ये काम ही करने का गधों की तरह. Who works like this? People who have not planned their life. They will keep working. हमें ऐसा नहीं करना. Our devotees is very clear. 50 में दुकान बंद. I'll focus on Krishna consciousness, go back to Godhead in this lifetime. So yes, investing is very important. Absolutely. Yes, Mataji, हम investment पूरे question आएंगे. Yes.
मेरा question ये है कि when Krishna blesses us with possessions, of course we are grateful and we are happy. But when we deal with losses, when a true devotee deals with, loss of possessions, say loss of money or things that are expensive or job or whatever, like material things, is it like, or what should be a good devotee's reaction when things like that happen? Because of course things like that won't happen to everyone.
Follow Karthik's principle. Karthik, can you read the 3 principles of happiness? This is the principle. Everything belongs to Krishna. Everything is meant for Krishna. and Krishna can take away anything from us anytime. Most of you know what I have lost. If you compare to my loss, there is no higher loss. There is no higher loss. And I'm still sitting over here. Immediately. So, there's no, everything belongs to Krishna. इससे कोई बड़ा दुख नहीं हो सकता. खत्म बात. उसका था, उसके पास क्या करें? Anything else?
Prabhuji, regarding the Vanaprastha ashram and sannyas, what's the difference?
Vanaprastha means husband and wife can still live together.
Okay.
Right? But not the way we stay together. Vanaprastha ka matlab, there are many different variations in Vanaprastha. But ideally, the focus of Vanaprastha is to keep Krishna in the center 100%. After 50, you cannot waste 1 second of your life looking at material activities, material duties.
Which happens in Grahastha.
In Grahastha, right? पोते के लिए करना है, बच्चों के लिए करना है. No, 50 years के बाद your responsibilities are done. But ये understanding कब आएगी? Not after 50, not after 55, not after 60. अभी भी लोग गधों की तरह काम करते हैं, क्योंकि आइडिया ही नहीं है. The goal of the life, Krishna says in the 10th chapter, I am the goal. So beautiful, no? Is there any gray area? Krishna says in 10th chapter, I am the goal. 3 words, 4 words, खत्म हो गया. कोई भी शास्त्र में ऐसा नहीं लिखा है प्रभु जी. Krishna is saying, I am the goal. If anybody has a different goal from this goal, then that person will never be happy. He will be hankering and he will go through this 4 steps of material frustration. He will not get it, he will get it, but he will not experience it. He will get it, he will experience it, he will lose it, he will get it, he will experience it, but he will have anxiety. So these are the 4 ladders of material happiness.
Can you just repeat the first two and you have to write?
Okay, मैंने क्या बोला? Okay.
लिखना आपने क्या?
I just said that. So I don't know. But, yeah. But is it making sense, everybody? ये material happiness का समझ में आ रहा है ना? We will get it, but it will go away. So intelligence कहाँ पे है कि मुझे eternal investment करना है. And especially if you are approaching 45, 50, 55, 60, life की planning होनी चाहिए. Solid plan होना चाहिए. खत्म करना है. पैसा बनाना है. ऐसा पैसा बनाना है कि मैं किसी के पास हाथ नहीं. I will not raise my hand with my kids or whatever it is. Pension पे नहीं देना मुझे. अपने बलबूते पर जीऊंगा, अपने तरीके से जीऊंगा. राजकुमार का डायलॉग याद है ना? जानी. I don't know the dialogue. Okay. Yes.
What if you're not working for the money after 50?
What if you're not working for money after 50? What does it mean, Peter?
Can we still work after 50? Is it good to work after 50?
We should work till the last breath of our life, but every breath of the life should be towards Krishna. A devotee is not a lazy person. A devotee's life starts at 2:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning and goes till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the night. So a devotee's life is not lazy life. So a devotee works every moment for Krishna.
But can you work in the material world?
Yes, you can work in material. We have the whole Mayapur temple. There's a temple which we are building in Mayapur near Calcutta. The whole temple is built almost 70 to 80% built by Ford Motors. The founder Henry Ford's grandson is Amrish Maharaj. Uska initiative. Amrish Maharaj. I forgot his non-initiated name. Amrish Maharaj. Alfred Ford. So he donated almost $80 million and he's still working because he has Ford Motor Company. But the money which he's getting, he's dovetailing it in the service of Krishna. So if you want to work, we have Mafatlals. We have Mafatlals. India Mafatlal group chanda na? Right? Pyramid. You know Pyramid?
Pyramid.
Right? All pyramids are all devotees. Yeah. Isha Ambani got married to Anand Piramid's son. Right? You know that, right? Isha Ambani, son of Mukesh Ambani, got married to Pyramids. And Pyramids are devotees of Hare Krishnas. So working is not bad, but working for money so that money can sustain me, that is foolishness. So that requires planning. And all the young people, you should plan. By 50 khatam karna hai. I don't want to work like my parents and grandparents. And we can talk once and I'll tell you how to do it. Okay? Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 2, verse number 12. Who remembers what did we discuss last week? Well, set up. क्या डिस्कस किया था?
Arjuna surrendered.
Arjun surrendered to Krishna. Why did he surrender to Krishna?
Because now he is from warrior. Now he is
From warrior to warrior, warrior to winner. Okay, so now he's a warrior until now, and in a worry state, he's saying, I don't know what my duty is. मुझे मेरा जीवन का कर्तव्य नहीं पता है. I don't know what my duty is. And he's confessing, and he's surrendering to Krishna. He said, मुझे कुछ पता नहीं है. I'm completely baffled. And then he said, I cannot fight anymore. And he gives up his bow and arrow. And then Krishna is saying to him that while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worth grieving. Those who are wise lament neither for living, neither for dead. जो अकलमंद होते हैं, वो जो जी रहा है और जो गुजर चुका है, उसके पीछे lament नहीं करते. And now Krishna is going to speak about the science of soul. Today we are going to be in a Rajdhani Express. What does Rajdhani Express means by? थोड़ा fast करेंगे. क्यों? Because verse number 12 to verse number 30 of Bhagavad Gita talks about soul. 18 verses. How many verses are there in Bhagavad Gita? 700. Out of 700 verses, how many verses Krishna spoke? 574. Out of 574, 18 verses, 18 verses, Krishna is going to speak on soul. So what is the percentage?
0.5%. No.
Come on, kids. No, 574, 18%. Almost let's make 0.5%. He's speaking so many verses on soul, only soul, nothing else. Nothing else. Sorry, मेरा ये चल नहीं रहा है. So, Arjun's first question in Gita is what is the right thing to do? मुझे करना क्या है? And as I was speaking before, Bhagavad Gita is a science. Bhagavad Gita is just not a religious book. कि उसे भगवद गीता पे हाथ रखे कसम खाने की बात नहीं है. उसे बॉलीवुड में होता है. We put hand in Bhagavad Gita and take the best out of Bhagavad Gita. That is devotee. Right? So Bhagavad Gita is a science. Science के against हम नहीं हैं. But science teaches about matter. And spirituality teaches what matters. Is it making sense? Science teaches us about matter. And spirituality teaches us about what actually matters. Science improves things. Spirituality improves people. Science improves things. Spirituality improves people. Science tells us how to do better things. And spirituality tells us how to do better things. Completely different. Right? Science teaches us how to answer a question. Spirituality teaches us what to question. जीवन में क्या प्रश्न होना चाहिए अपना? What should be the question of a life that is learned by spirituality? So we are not against science. We want to be integrated with science. So Bhagavad Gita teaches us about material science and spiritual science both together. It is not in isolation, but it is in integration. Are you all with me so far?
Yes.
right? So science teaches us about matter, but spirituality talks about or teaches us what actually matters. And now Krishna is going to talk to Arjun about the science of Atma, the science of soul. Okay, so what we will do, we will read 5 or 6 shlokas together because it's one-liner shlokas, and then we'll understand what Krishna is trying to say. Can you read it?
Neither was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. As the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
Last one.
O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course, are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O Sion of Bharat, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed.
Very, very important and very powerful verses, devotees. These are the words of Krishna which we are hearing. These are not material words. So first be very cautious. ये जो भगवान के शब्द हमारे कान में जा रहे हैं. And what is Krishna saying to Arjun? Never was there a time that I did not exist, nor did you, nor these kings. So there was not a time in eternal existence that all of us never existed. All what is happening is we are changing body from one body to another body, from one yoni to another yoni. Why? Because Krishna explains, and we can feel this also, we can see this, that we are moving from boyhood to youth, youth to old age. Similarly, the soul passes from one body to another body at the time of death. This is the fundamental understanding of spirituality. In fact, spirituality begins with an understanding that you are not this body, but a spirit soul. That means we are not Indians, we are not Americans, we are not Gujaratis, we are not Punjabis, we are not Telugus. We are a spirit soul. The body is just a matter which is constantly changing. But actually the soul is eternal. Atma amar hai. That is the reason we say Dehant. What does Dehant means by? देह का अंत. आत्मा का अंत कभी नहीं होता है. आत्मा अमर है. It just migrates from one body to another body to another body. But in this chapter, this verse is one of my favorite verses of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, Matru sparshutu kaunteya sthito sukha dukkhada agmana payum nityamsha tam tatikshva bharata. He says that as the season changes from winter to summer, similarly, we will go through happiness and distress. In both, tolerate it. We can understand Krishna is saying कि दुख को tolerate करो. What does tolerate हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? सहन करो. We can understand कि we should सहन or we should tolerate distress. But why is Krishna saying to tolerate happiness?
Because it doesn't create any anxiety.
So happiness doesn't create any anxiety?
And it's not for yourself. Because
the nature of
it's not permanent.
It's not permanent. It's temporary.
Happiness is temporary? What did he say?
It's the nature of the soul.
But why should we tolerate happiness?
Because you're gonna get sad again. So
You're going to get cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Let's yes.
Don't get used to it.
We'll get pride. Thank you. Please give a round of applause to Kumar and Babu. Thank you. दुख में आदमी नम जाता है, बस सुख में आदमी घमंडी बन जाता है. Right? That is the difference between a coconut tree and a mango tree. Coconut tree is erect and you have to go up, climb to take a couple of coconuts. And mango tree, the king of fruits, comes down and gives you mango. Similarly, जब आदमी के जीवन में कुछ अच्छा चलता है, टेम्पररी है, उसे घमंड आ जाता है. So Krishna is flagging this not only to Arjun but to all of us कि सुख हो या दुख हो, दोनों में समान रहना. डोंट गेट पफ्ड अप. आज दिन अच्छे है और कल कोई दुख आ भी गया तो वो समय भी चला जाएगा. एक गाना गा लो. एक अमिताभ बच्चन का मूवी था गिरफ्तार.
आते हैं सर.
नहीं, गिरफ्तार मूवी में अमिताभ, चिरंजीवी और रजनीकांत थे और उसमें जेल में एक गाना था. यू रिमेम्बर? आना जाना लगा रहेगा, दुख
आएगा,
दुख नहीं, सुख आएगा, दुख जाएगा. This is very very touching. Where is it coming from? सुख आएगा, दुख जाएगा. आना जाना लगा रहेगा, सुख आएगा, दुख जाएगा. This is coming from Bhagavad Gita actually. If you can understand this Bollywood bhajans, then everything can be related to Bhagavad Gita. But if you want to enjoy the Bollywood bhajans independently, then it just becomes a song. That doesn't mean that you start listening to Bollywood songs. Please don't get me wrong. कल से लगा प्रभु ने बोला कि गाना सुनो और भजन करो. No, chant and be happy. प्रभु ने बोला.
प्रभु जी एक बात तो है, अगर जब हम कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में होते हैं ना, कोई भी गाने को हम भजन की तरह सुन सकते हैं.
Correct. Yes.
मतलब जैसे मैं कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मैं गाना गा रही होती हूँ, फिल्मी होता है, बट मेरा ध्यान कृष्णा की तरफ होता है. मैं उसकी तरफ उस तरह से सोचती हूँ, तो मुझे लगता है कि अरे ये तो भजन हो गया, भजन की तरह हो गया.
So true, so true. So there are a lot of Bollywood songs which has a lot of deep meaning. Lot of deep meaning.
जैसे मैंने सोचा ऐसे मन में, ऐसे एक दिन कुछ डांस चल रहा था कृष्णा के भजन के साथ, तो उसमें मेरे मुंह से कौन सा गाना निकल रहा था, तेरे हाथ में मेरा हाथ है, सारी जन्नतें.
ये शाहरुख खान का गाना है, मैंने नहीं देखा. मैं सुना है, मैंने मैं देखा. गीता स्पीड ने.
मुझे नहीं मालूम किसका गाना है, किसने.
मुझे भी नहीं पता.
पर मुझे गाना अच्छा लगा, तो मेरे मुंह से निकला, तो मेरे को कृष्णा के साथ लगा.
शाहरुख का नहीं है.
आमिर खान.
ये आनंद इस तरह.
Alright, बहुत अनर्थ थे प्रभु जी. Alright. और ये काजल ब्लाइंड है, वो भी मुझे नहीं पता. चलो. Okay. Let's see. Gitash Bhutan. Sorry, Karthik, can you read?
Or best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress is the steady in birth, is certainly eligible for liberation. Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that the non-existence, the material body, there is no endurance to the, and of the internal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of the bird. With that which pervades the entire body you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy the imperishable soul.
Last one.
The material body is of the indestructible, immeasurable. The internal living entity is sure to come to an end. Therefore, fight a descendant of Bharata.
So what is happening? What is Krishna saying over here? First, Krishna is saying what is the eligibility for liberation. भगवान के धाम जाने के लिए वीसा चाहिए, पासपोर्ट चाहिए, टिकट चाहिए. उसकी एलिजिबिलिटी क्या है? सुख हो या दुख हो, उसमें समान रहना. Stay. Do not be disturbed by happiness and distress. Be steady. Be steady. Then subsequently, he's saying that the soul is indestructible, immeasurable, and it is living, eternal living entity. आत्मा का ना कभी जन्म हुआ था, ना आत्मा का कभी मरण होता है. आत्मा अमर है. जन्म और मरण किसका होता है? शरीर का होता है. The body is changing, the soul is not changing. Is this making sense? This is the fundamental understanding of spirituality. The soul doesn't change. The nature of the soul doesn't change. It remains eternally in every living entity. That can be a small ant or Lord Brahma. Everybody wants to do the same thing. Right? Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, जैसे कई विद्वान आए, जैसे रावण भी विद्वान था in the sense, but he asked for the Amar, like his that I will achieve Amar. तो उसको ये मालूम नहीं था कि आत्मा अमर है and she is going to destroy anyhow by getting old each day. तो उसने अमरता का वरदान क्यों मांगा फिर?
Ravan wanted, why did Ravan ask for eternity? But nobody could give it to him. He asked Lord Shiva, right? Right? He wanted to live forever, and Lord Shiva said, this is one thing I cannot give it. Hiranyakashipu asked the same thing, that I don't want to die. He said, we can't do that. You can have conditions around it. कि दिन में नहीं मरूंगा, रात में नहीं मरूंगा. You know, so many conditions Hiranyakashipu had, so many conditions Ravana had. But nobody is eternally living. Have you seen anybody think कि 300 साल का है, 600 साल का है, 1000 साल का है? Forget about Treta Yuga and Satyug.
बट प्रभु जी उसको तो मिल गया ना वरदान की, हाँ उसको कंडीशंस लगा दिया कि बट उसके बाद उसने मतलब he started taking advantage of that.
Correct.
That's why he got killed.
Correct.
But यदि वो नहीं लगाता तो इसका मतलब उसका शरीर खत्म नहीं होता था.
ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता प्रभु जी. Nobody can live forever. The body has to collapse.
Yes, sir.
The body has to collapse. The Atma is eternal, the body is not eternal. Whether that can be Hiranyakashipu, that can be Ravana, that can be Kamsa, or that can be Arjun himself. Even Arjun left. Right? Have you seen Arjun recently floating around over here? Everybody has to go. So Krishna is saying कि जो पैदा होता है और next में आएगा. Whoever takes birth, they have to leave. You cannot sit in one place. This is not politics कि लोग कुर्सी छोड़ना नहीं चाहते. You have to leave. All right, Karthik. Who read the last one? Oh yes, Prabhuji. Yes. So Saurabh Prabhu. No?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just have a question that we have 8 Chiranjeevis. So
8 Chiranjeevis.
yeah.
I don't know whether I know only one Chiranjeevi of South India. I'm from Hyderabad.
No, it's Hanuman, Ashwathama.
Okay, that way. Okay, yes. Okay.
Ashwathama was there.
Okay. I thought
Hanuman, Ashwathama, Markandeya, Veervyasa. So there are 8 Chiranjeevis. So 7 are they are gifted.
Okay.
One is with the help of Shrapa. Ashwathama is because of the Shrapa. So what happens with that?
I don't know, Prabhu. I have never heard about this Chiranjeevis in Bhagavad Gita. Right? Is it coming from Bhagavad Gita?
Like it's a part of Bhagavad Gita because
Which sloka of Bhagavad Gita?
Krishna is the one who gives Shrapa to Ashwathama to live eternally with the
He was taken away from his head and then Mahabharata, yes.
Ashwathama was killed.
No, Ashwathama was
his money was taken away.
Ashwathama killed the sons of Pandava.
Correct.
So
that's why he
Krishna
gave
him
us
the Shrapa.
he was got into the Shrapa of like you will live eternally because you'll have even the roga as Kushta roga. That's what
And is it living eternally, is it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Because
जिसका हेड ही लगाया
वो तो बर्बरी था. वो तो
maybe it's a different version, not as it is.
Yeah.
I've never heard about this Prabhuji. Sorry, I've never heard that Ashwathama, because I'll tell you why. First canto, 15th chapter, 16th chapter, 17th chapter, first canto Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a discussion about Draupadi, Ashwathama and Krishna. Pandavas ka pura hai to kill Ashwathama, and Draupadi is forgiving Ashwathama. Right? Yes. But I've not heard. Correct. उसे मारने के लिए. But I've never heard that Ashwathama is living eternally.
No, it's
Dhruva Maharaj has his own planet or whatever you want to call Dhruva Tara for 36,000 years. But everything has an end. Everything has an end.
वो शरीर के साथ तो नहीं रहे ना. उनकी सोल ही तो रही होगी ना.
Why like that's what I was confused. Like here, the story is that
बॉडी तो किसी की भी नहीं रही.
हाँ, बॉडी किसी की भी नहीं होती. आत्मा
तो सबकी वो सोल उनकी जो थी वो उनको छोड़ गए थे संसार में कल्याण के लिए भगवान.
Let's continue reading.
The material.
Next. Yes, sir.
Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it's slain is in the knowledge. For the self slays not is slain. For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, he does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and renewable. He is not slain when the body is slain. O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, immutable, kill anyone or cause anyone to kill?
Jai. Is it making sense? This is such a nice verses, right? What is Krishna saying? The soul. There is no birth for the soul. सोल का कभी जन्म नहीं होता है, सोल की कभी मृत्यु नहीं होती है. It is not that he has come and he is going. Soul is unborn. आत्मा का कभी जन्म होता ही नहीं है. Soul is unborn. When we are celebrating birthday of anybody, we are celebrating the birthday of the body. And what do we say? How old are you? We not say how young are you. कभी बोला? It is how old are you? And then we say 21 years, 16 years, whatever. I'm 16 years by the way. So that gives us some indication. Right? So Krishna is saying very clearly that soul का कभी जन्म नहीं होता, कभी मृत्यु नहीं होती. He never comes into being and never can you cut the soul. Soul cannot be slain. You cannot cut the soul into pieces, and he will explain further. So these are the characteristics of the soul. If you don't understand, मेरे पास पूरी PowerPoint presentation भी है. वो we can quickly go through it in the next week. As part of recap, मैंने यह किया है. But today we will read. I'm just showing this to you so that if you don't understand anything, we can discuss this in the next week. So next week's recap, 5-7 minutes, we will talk about soul again. But today we will read the verses, and next week we will show as a PowerPoint presentation, which I have it over here. So just in case if there's any gap, we can fill it up over there. So Krishna is talking to Arjuna. Why is Krishna talking about this?
Because he's lamenting about the bodies that he's going to be killing people.
Correct. Thank you. Because Arjuna is worried. ये सब मर जाएंगे, मेरे सब मर जाएंगे, क्या होगा इनका? And Krishna is saying, do not worry. ये एक शरीर नहीं, एक आत्मा है. जो जन्म लेता है उसकी मृत्यु निश्चित है. Everybody has to go. It is just matter of time. It is just matter of time. Nobody is eternal. किसी ने अमर पट्टा लेके कोई पैदा नहीं हुआ कि मैं जाने वाला नहीं हूँ. Everybody will go. Right? All right. Rudra, do you want to read better? 21.
How can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and what does it say? Sorry,
Immutable.
Kill anyone or cause anyone to kill?
Okay, we read this again. Okay, now this ये read करो. This is very nice. Listen to this carefully.
As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.
Continue.
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burnt by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
Last.
The individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble, and can be neither burnt nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same.
Sure. So what is Krishna talking about soul? As we change dresses, soul changes the bodies. Simple. As we change dresses, आज ये पहना है, कल सुबह दूसरा, कल शाम में कुछ और, Sunday कुछ और. As we change dresses every day, soul changes bodies every time. It leaves from one body to another body. Is this making sense? And why is he explaining this to Arjun? So that he can understand that fight करो या नहीं करो, ये लोग मरने वाले हैं. You fight and you take the credit. Nimitta matra sarvya sachi. Arjun is being told to fight so that Krishna can give credit to his dear friend, to dear disciple. Why? As parents, let's now understand, as parents, are we happy that when we do something, we will be more happy, or when our kids does something, we will be more happy? है ना? बच्चों की जब ग्लोरिफिकेशन होती है तो एज पेरेंट्स वी आर मोर हैप्पी, राइट? कई बार ऐसा भी होता है बच्चे ने कुछ नहीं किया हो तो भी हम बोलते हैं कि बच्चे ने किया है. यस और नो? यस. हाँ,
बट अगर वो भक्ति में आते हैं बच्चे तो ज्यादा खुशी होती है.
हाँ, वो तो सही बात है. सिमिलरली कृष्णा could have killed everybody in 1 second. His Paramatma in everybody's heart. He just leaves and body is dead. Correct? Krishna is Paramatma in everybody's heart, in your heart and my heart. He just leaves and everybody collapses. Why is he doing all this? So that Arjun can get the credit. So that the dharma can be established and Arjun can get the credit. See, 3 questions are very important in life. Please understand these 3 questions. Who are we? मैं कौन हूँ? Whose are we? मैं किनका हूँ? And where am I? अभी मैं कहाँ हूँ? What is the first question? Who are we? Second, whose are we? हम आपके हैं कौन? ये हिंदी मूवी का नाम नहीं है, सीरियसली पूछ रहा हूँ. हम किसके हैं? करेक्ट. ये नई मूवी है, राइट? हम किसके हैं? राइट? हम किसके हैं? और थर्ड, वेयर एम आई नाउ? मैं कहाँ हूँ अपने जीवन में? Yesterday I was a small baby. Then I became a student. Then I became a teenager. Then I became a friend. Then I became a husband. Then I became a wife. Then I became a parent. Then I became a grandparent. But who am I? In this journey, मैं कौन हूँ और मैं किसका हूँ? ये प्रश्न हमें हमेशा करना चाहिए. Who do I belong to? And what belongs to me? Is this making sense? This is a very deep question. मैं किसका हूँ? क्योंकि people are changing around me. Things are changing around me. Everything which I see today will go tomorrow. What I'm seeing today will go in a blink of a second. So who am I? Whose am I? And where am I? अभी मैं कहाँ हूँ ये साइकिल पे समझने के लिए. Am I just a karmic person who is doing eating, mating, sleeping and defending? Ahara, nidra, bhai, mai, tum cha. इसी में मैं पड़ा हूँ. I want to eat, I want to mate, I want to make money and I want to die. Eating, mating, sleeping and defending. Or do I want to rise above this and have a better and higher understanding of my eternity? Is this making sense? Yes, you have a question? Yes.
I mean, about verse 22, technically don't we die every day? Because we can't get time back and every day is a new version of us. And eventually that version of us will end. Technically, don't we die every day?
Every second, I keep saying this, every second we are racing towards death. But we are not dying every second because the body will die only once. Body doesn't die every day. Body is growing and dwindling and then it dies. So we don't die, the body doesn't die every day, neither does the soul die every day. The body dies once and soul never dies.
But we won't ever get that version of us.
Absolutely. The minute which I have lost, Steve Jobs says in his autobiography, he was a billionaire, right? Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, right? He was a billionaire. He said, with all the wealth I have, I cannot buy 1 second of my life. What is he saying? With all the wealth I have, I cannot buy 1 second of my life. So what is more important in life? Time or money?
Time.
What do we waste? Time or money? Time. We are just wasting time. We waste time to save money, to run after money, and we leave money and go to another world. Isn't this foolishness? So Krishna is saying, as we change garments, we change body. Why are you worrying? Why are you worried? Don't worry where there's Hari. Don't worry where there's Hari. And who is Hari? Lord Krishna. Alright, let's read few more. Are you okay to read or shall we stop over here? Continue करो 30th तक क्योंकि वो soul का पूरा खत्म हो जाएगा. Then next part, क्योंकि second chapter of Bhagavad Gita is a beautiful chapter. So we'll read quickly till 30th. I'm assuming you have read it. If not, please read it. Right? Next. Puja Mataji, are you okay to read? Can you read Mataji? Glasses? Okay. Yes, okay, bro.
Sorry, which verse we are at?
24.
24. this individual soul is unbreakable and I think we went through that.
Oh, sorry, 25. My bad.
It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. If, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament almighty harm. One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament.
Jai. So what is Krishna saying? Fight. Because जो जन्म लेगा उसकी मृत्यु निश्चित है. And he's saying the soul is invincible, invisible, inconceivable and immutable. What is the size of the soul?
1/10,000 of the hair.
Yes. The size of the soul is 1/10,000 tip of the hair. कोई microscope काम नहीं आएगा. The soul is invisible, immutable. Soul cannot be cut. It cannot be dried. It cannot be weathered by wind. It cannot be touched by fire.
It cannot be drowned by
It cannot be drowned by water. Right? So these are the characteristics of the soul. These are our characteristics. We should understand our own characteristics. ये अपनी बात हो रही है. This is the talk of ours. Right? ये चीज कभी स्कूल में सिखाते नहीं है. People, nobody teaches this in the school about ourselves. And this topic of soul is about you. It is about me. So we should understand this. Ki everything is temporary. I can tell you one thing. When we have this understanding, life में कुछ भी हो जाए ना, जोर का झटका धीरे से लगेगा. झटका लगेगा. विशाली माता जी, this is coming to your point. जोर का झटका धीरे से लगेगा. Because this philosophy is very, very practical. Su sukham kartu agam. In 9th chapter, 2nd verse, Krishna says this. In 9th chapter, 2nd verse, Raja Vidya, Raja Guyam, Pavitra Nam, Idam Uttam. This is practical application. So when we understand, and this is exactly what Krishna is explaining to Arjun, then why are you lamenting? Just fight, because this is your duty. It is your duty to fight. So similarly, we should never be confused. As brahmacharis, it is our duty to study and focus. As grahastha, it is we have our set duties. As vanpras, we have our duties. And as sannyas, we have duties. But most of the time, we don't know our loudly duties. As Arjun did not know his duty. And if we think, I know my duty, then you are a beauty. Right? Chalo, let's continue. Can you read?
One who. I'm sorry, I think it's. No, yeah.
No,
One
no.
who has, yeah, it's just,
28, 29, 30, and then we'll stop.
One who has taken his birth. Is that the one, Prabhu? Sorry.
No, 28.
28, 28, 29, 30. Keep.
All created beings are unmanifest in the beginning, manifest in the interim state, and unmanifest again when annihilated. So what need is there for lamentation? Some look on the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore you need not grieve for any living being.
Jai. The soul has no beginning and no end. Atma ka koi, you cannot say that the Atma was taken birth in 5000 BC, 20,000 BC, 2000 AD. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. The soul was eternally there. We always existed, and we are always going to exist. This is making sense? We always existed, and we are always going to exist. So when we have this understanding, then no matter whatever happens, we will think ye birth bhi chale jayega. This philosophy helps. And why is Krishna saying this to Arjun? So that he is lamenting now, he's grieving now, he's grieving कि मुझे नहीं करना है. And Krishna is giving this philosophy so that he can raise and he can fight. We'll stop over here. We completed the whole section of Atma, whole section of the soul for devotees who could not capture at the speed of Rajdhani. Next week, I've got some PowerPoint slides. We'll quickly summarize that and then we'll continue on Bhagavad Gita. Any questions, comments, corrections from today's?
एक बात मेरे मन में हमेशा घूमती है कि जो आत्मा सबकी एक जैसी होती है, कैरेक्टर बताया हमने, बॉडी के तो अलग अलग शक्लें होती हैं, आत्मा के कैरेक्टर एक ही है, तो फिर अलग अलग सब व्यवहार क्यों करते हैं? जैसे इसमें अर्जुन ऐसे वीर हो गया, परेशान हो गया, और दूसरे लोग जो हैं उधर खड़े हैं, वो बुरी बातें जो भी उनके अधर्म के साथ खड़े, तो फिर आत्मा इतनी अच्छी है तो उन लोगों की क्यों नहीं अच्छी थी?
So the question, if the soul is same in everybody's body, then why doesn't everybody behave in the same way? Because soul एक है, then we have shukshma sharir. So we have a subtle body and we have a gross body. The subtle body is made up of
Mind, intelligence and false ego.
correct mind, मन, बुद्धि और अहंकार. ये तीन चीज drives the behavior. मन, buddhi and ahankar drives the behavior of every living entity. Not only human beings, not Indians, not Americans, every living entity. छोटी चींटी भी हो, अगर कॉकरोच के पास भी जाकर ना उसे मारने की कोशिश करो, वो भाग जाएगा. क्यों? Because आत्मा अमर है. You always want to protect yourself. You always want to be happy. So every living entity has its own characteristics of the soul based on man, buddhi and ahankar. We will discuss this. Krishna, second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, actually Bhagavad Gita finishes with the second chapter. जिसने second chapter Bhagavad Gita का समझ लिया ना, actually Bhagavad Gita finishes. Because that is the reason the name of the chapter is Contents of Gita Summarized. उसके बाद तो expansion ही है. कर्म योगा, ध्यान योगा, अट्ठ योगा, ध्यान योगा.
श्लोक में पढ़ती आई हूँ, हम लोगों को तो संस्कृत पढ़ी थी ना,
नैनम चिन्नति शस्त्राणि नैनम धाति भाव का.
अब सब भूल गए हैं भाग्य इसमें, बट वो है कि पढ़ते आए हैं, इसका मतलब भी समझ रहे थे, लेकिन वो यही आके एक क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, बार बार क्लिक करता है ये बात कि भाई ये क्यों ऐसा होता है कि जब सबको वो दिखता नहीं है, कैरेक्टर उसका एक जैसा है, सबके लिए एक जैसा है ना?
हाँ, इनविजिबल. हाँ,
तो सबके लिए एक जैसा है, तो क्या उसके अंदर भी कुछ अलग से मतलब मटेरियल अलग से भी होता होगा कि किसी के पास बहुत अच्छी गई, किसी के पास खराब गई, किसी के पास थोड़ी सी?
अपनी अपनी बुद्धि, मन और अहंकार से आदमी एक्शन लेता है. Based on
the influence of material.
Yes.
On the modes of
प्रकृति क्रियमाणानि गुणकर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विबुद्ध आत्मा कर्ताहम् इति मन्यते. 3rd chapter 27th verse. Krishna says this. The bewildered soul assumes that he is the doer. प्रकृति अहंकार विबुद्ध आत्मा कर्ताहम् इति मन्यते. I am the doer, but we are not the doer. But we will explain Mataji. Dhire. Let's not jump the gun. Anything else? Any questions, comments, corrections? Yes.
So about our characteristics, of course we want to know what our duty is, but what about our natural gifts that God has blessed us with? Because we want to serve Krishna, but what about also giving the gifts that Krishna has blessed us to the world?
Yes.
Is that a part of living out our purpose?
Absolutely. That's the reason we said there are two types of people. One is taker and second is givers. There are two categories of people. One is taker. They just want to take everything from the nature, everything from the world and take it and die. A devotee is a giver. We want to give in whatever capacity. In Ramayana we see Hanuman wanted to build the whole bridge with monkeys. And the small squirrel, I don't know, I'll tell you the story next time. Right? Squirrel just wanted to help Lord Ram in his own way. Right? So Lord Ram appreciated the small squirrel and he appreciated Hanuman. So you can be a multi-billionaire or you can be a Rodpati or Karodpati. But if you want to serve Krishna, for Krishna is everything same. Pandita Samadarshana. So if you have a gift of some talent to use in the service of Krishna, we should use it. We should use it. Why not? जिसने दिया है उसी के पास use करना है. Anything else from anybody?
We just surprised to know that this Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna spoke, in 46 minutes he delivered it to
48 minutes.
48 minutes.
The whole Bhagavad Gita was spoken in 48 minutes.
For us it will take
Lifetimes. But when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, that is the summum bonum of all Shastras. Hari Bol, Ari, 5 minutes, beta, 5 minutes.
जब सभी प्राणी जन्म लेते हैं, चाहे वो कॉकरोच हो, कुत्ता, सांप, इंसान, और हर प्राणी का अपना एक स्वभाव रहता है। दो जुड़वा बच्चे पैदा हुए, उनका दोनों का स्वभाव अलग होगा। अभी उनको आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड का एक्सपोजर नहीं हुआ, तो ऐसा क्यों है? स्वभाव क्यों अलग है? क्या उनके पुराने जन्म का इफेक्ट हो रहा है?
Yes. The only thing which we carry from one life to another life. What are the things which we carry from one life to another life? Karma. What else? Soul being, huh? Bhakti. Okay. What else? What do we carry? Subtle body. We carry our impressions in mind, intelligence, and ahankar. ये तो हम बता रहे थे ना अभी. We carry that from one life to another life.
वो manifest होते हैं next life.
Absolutely. So the soul takes it with it. We take with us our previous impressions, mind, intelligence, and false ego to the next life, along with karma.
That is unique to that middle stage.
That is unique.
तो इसका मतलब हर आदमी एक पर्टिकुलर स्वभाव के साथ पैदा होता है।
Absolutely.
हर किसी का स्वभाव साधु भाव का है, किसी का राक्षस भाव का, तो वो कैसे चेंज होगा? उसको बदलना होगा।
वो कैसे change होगा? By using their free will. By using our own free will, we can change it. You had a free will to come over here. 6 months, 1 year ago, you had the same free will. जो आपकी इच्छा शक्ति है, वो कभी भगवान खींच नहीं लेते, वो आप ही को देते, वो मुझे देते। हम उसे कैसे यूज करते हैं? You chose to come here. 6 months ago, 1 year ago, you chose to do something else. I chose to do something else. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. अपनी इच्छा शक्ति हम कैसे यूज कर रहे हैं? That will change our destiny and future. So Arjun asked the same question in 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Faith, the divisions of faith. कि लोग ऐसा क्यों करते हैं? So Arjun asked the same question. So we have a mind, we have intelligence, our false ego. By chanting the holy name, by coming into Krishna consciousness, we purified. And by purification, we come closer to the God. First canto, 2nd chapter, 17th verse कभी पढ़ना. 1.2.17 श्रीमद् भागवतम. श्रवणवता स्वाकता कृष्णा पुण्य श्रवणम कीर्तनम हृदय अंतो हि अभद्राणि विदोनति स्वातनम. By listening श्रवणवता स्वाकथा Krishna, by listening about Krishna, by worshipping Krishna, our consciousness changes, gets purified. 1.2.17 श्रीमद् भागवतम.
So फिर स्वभाव में और धर्म में क्या अंतर है? जैसे अर्जुन का धर्म है कि उसको he has to stand for the क्षत्रिय, तो उसको जो लड़ाई करनी, तो फिर स्वभाव में और धर्म में क्या अंतर है?
We spoke about that initially and we will continue speaking. दो धर्म होते हैं, एक स्वधर्म होता है, एक सनातन धर्म होता है. स्वधर्म अपने कैरेक्टर पे होता है, अपने शरीर पे होता है, अपनी इंक्लिनेशन पे होता है, अपना आश्रम पे होता है. That is स्वधर्म.
वो स्वभाव के ऊपर निर्भर नहीं करेगा.
Correct. That is the reason you are a Kshatriya, you are a Brahmana, you are a Shudra, you are a Vaishya. Right? Some people are mentality क्या होती है? पैसे बनाओ. Some people is लड़ाई करो. Some people are Brahmanas and some people are Shudras. So depending upon your inclination, you are either Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra. Depending upon your inclination, you will be directed towards that. And Krishna explained that in the 4th chapter 13 verse 4.13. We will come to that. ठीक है? We'll stop over here. So announcements. This Sunday we have Holi festival in the western suburb. I know it's a bit far for you, but if you can come. No, but talking much. Eastern ma soul march. 16th March, please lock it in. 16th March, there's a holy in the eastern suburb. Please, उस दिन कोई सब आना. जैसा रथ यात्रा हुआ था ना. I forgot to ask how was your experience in रथ यात्रा. But how we have Rath Yatra, we will have Holi. We are expecting 14 to 20,000 people just for Holi. Let's see how that goes. Right? It's going to be a big, huge Holi. Huh? I don't know. But we need a lot of volunteers to help in the Holi festival because ISKCON is doing this Holi. So if you're available, please let us know. And if you're not available, make yourself available. Okay. Right. नहीं, I don't think so. मैं पता करता हूँ. Alright. Any kids knows the prayers? बच्चे अंदर ही है. Okay. Let's repeat. माँ प्रसादे गोविंदे. नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे. स्वल्पा पुण्यम बतम राजन. विश्वासो ने बजायते. शरीराय विद्या जाल. जोड़ेन्द्रियता है काल. जिवे फले सागरे. तारा मद्दी जीवादि. लोभो मोहे सुधर्मति. काटे चिता कठिन संसारे. कृष्ण बारो दोय मोय. कोरी बारे जीवा जाय.